somebody who'd have an overall picture. They're one of the largest sellers of electronic goods in Mumbai and around Mumbai. I'm talking about Vijay Sales. Nilesh Gupta is managing partner of Vijay Sales, and he's joining us on the show. Thank you very much for joining us. Could you talk to us a little bit about what have sales been, first of all, on and around the festival of Gudi Padwa? Because you usually see very large spikes around that time.
In fact, this year we had one of the best Gudi Padwas. Not only one of the best Gudi Padwas, we also saw a huge footfall. I think I had not seen this type of footfall in the last 3-4 years. So the reason primarily being, I think the summer has really hit us. Even in Mumbai and Pune, we saw the temperatures were really high, 40 plus, which normally does not happen so early. And people rushed to buy air conditioners and air coolers. Along with that, being a Gudi Padwa festival, even the panels did very well. And mobiles, so I don't need to say, I think everybody needs a mobile every second day, it seems. So overall, in the effect, I see a great Gudi Padwa which has gone by. And if you see it as a sign, I think it's a very positive sign for the great things to come in this year.
Okay. All right. Sir, can you just give us a sense in terms of, the fact that summer is here and it is as hot and as they come, like we've been talking about, has the trade channel already stocked up inventory?
Yes, I think everybody, the brands have also stocked up inventory, and even the trade channels have stocked up inventory. In fact, this year the way the summer has picked up initially and it has peaked so early, so there's a strong possibility that by the end by the mid or the last leg of summer, there may be an inventory issues also.
Okay. Oh, so the inventory already with you may not be enough. Usually, for how many months does the channel stock up inventory for?
See, normally what happens is the inventory purchase normally happens, you tie up with the brands for the entire summer season. So you may not buy the inventory and keep it with you, but what happens is you at least commit the inventories to them. So we normally commit it for the next 3 months, and hardcore inventory which is there in our godown is at least there for the 30 to 45 days.
Sir, can you give us more sense in terms of when sales happen predominantly? Is there pre-buying ahead of the summer, for example, in Jan or March, or in Q1 when, it actually becomes really hot?
See, now there are two types of customers basically. It's not that they'll buy only because summer has come in. Whenever the air conditioning in the house is being made, they buy ACs. But the reason why the AC season shoots up in the summer is, all the old air conditioners which are there working, during non-summer months, they are able to cool the room. But the moment the ambient temperature goes up, the old ACs give up. So a replacement market happens, which is very big. Secondly, during non-summer, you may have a 4-bedroom hall and one bedroom is not air conditioned, so you are okay with that because it's not used so often. But during peak summer, they say, okay, in this year let's get that also air conditioned. So that's one of the reasons for peaking. As far as industry goes, January to June, 70% of the sales happen in these months, Jan to June.
Could you compare what sales now compared to last year? So far, essentially.
I think we are already seeing a growth, but it will be too early to compare because I think we should be doing this comparison at the end of the April, which will give us a fair picture. But going by the way things are, I see a 20% growth happening this year.
Sir, just a quick technical question. Year-on-year sales base is quite high, correct? Because Voltas, for example, in the same period last month, grew 29%.
I agree, but then at the end of the day, see, the sales which you are getting from the brand is the primary sales. Until I don't think so, this will be the secondary sales. So primary sales normally picks up because in anticipation, all the retailers pick up. But overall, I think in a net, if we do a 30% growth, I think it will be great guns. But at least I'm expecting minimum 20% growth this season.
Within the segment, AC segment, where is the maximum demand coming in for? Inverter ACs, 4-5-star rated ACs, because there is also a fair bit of price difference. Could you give us some color there?
See, as far as ACs are concerned, people who use extensively air conditioners 8 to 10 hours a day, they are most probably wanting and going for the inverter ACs because that gives them the best optimization of the cost, running cost. Followed by, I think the maximum demand is this time more on the 5-star. But there is a segment of the guest customers who are looking at 3-star also because it's more economical. So overall, I think everything is going, but like how in televisions we had, people were going towards the LED televisions or LCD when plasma was there. So I think the people's interest is more towards inverter ACs, and year on year we are seeing inverter ACs share percentage growing. As far as prices is concerned, between January and now, there's not much of a price change which has happened. The reason primarily being air conditioner is a very, very competitive market. We nearly have approximately 35 to 37 brands fighting in this space, and this is a peak summer. So basically whatever season sale you will do this season determines how you are going to be stacked up at the end of the year in the peaking order. So nobody would take a chance of increasing the price. On the contrary, this time the inverter prices have come down drastically, and that can also be one of the reasons why inverter sales will go up.
Okay, so just a quick last question before we let you go. How is the air cooler segment doing?
That's also picking up very well. So there are a lot of places where people do not, it's not only the price conscious customers who does not want to buy air conditioners, but even in air conditioned homes, there are nooks and corners where air cooler is needed because of the heat. So I think cooler is also growing year on year. Cooler we expect 20 to 25% growth again.
Thanks very much, sir. Good speaking with you. Appreciate you coming on with some perspective on what's happening. Thank you very much. Let's take a very quick break now.